Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to What You Say Anime. I am your host, Peter. On today's episode, we will be assigning some of the worst shows our community has seen, along with us bringing a few to the table for our fantasy football punishment episode. So, how came together is we had a 14-week season-long fantasy football pick'em each week where we selected a player, and then the lone player that wasn't selected went to a ghost player. All you had to do to avoid punishment was to score higher than the ghost over those 14 weeks. We had 7 people participate, and all 7 of us lost. So today we will be assigning 7 shows for all of us losers. So how this works is we had people from our community nominate a bunch of terrible shows they have seen. We got something like 50 entries, so I want to say thank you to everybody who came in our Discord or Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever and gave us some shows. We narrowed those 50 down to 10, and those 10 are going onto the wheel. So for us here, we're each bringing 2 terrible shows to the table, along with Preston and I bringing 3, since we were the higher scorers of the losers. And that way we're going to have 10 from the community and then 10 from us. If we've seen the show, we're just going to respin it. And what we're going to do is sort of give our reasons why we selected these shows and hopefully the punishment that is suitable for a fantasy football loser. Joining me today are the losers from our fantasy football leagues. Along with myself, we have Miles, Kat, and Preston. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. I hope you're ready to find out your fate. But before we get into everything, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I am very used to losing. It's a hobby of mine, and so I'm excited to get punished.
You are really good at being really bad. So glad you could join me.
Not. Yep. No, it's okay. I'm restraining myself.
Kat, how you doing tonight?
I would be doing better if I won, but it's minor things. I like watching bad shows occasionally, and this will be no different. I just feel like this is going to be a lot worse than I think it's going to be.
Yeah, the only problem is you don't get to pick the bad show you're watching. We get to pick the bad show you're watching. And Preston, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. Still sad that Justin Jefferson couldn't get me 1.5 more points, but just praying I get Hollywood touchdown, a Chiefs love story.
Yeah, Preston barely lost. Just for reference, we did this last year, and we all lost last year too. So we are really bad at fantasy football. So before we jump into what shows that we are nominating to add to the wheel, go over the 10 shows that were nominated or that won the Wheel of Fate by the community. So our shows are going to be from the community: RWBY, Ice Queendom, Girly Air Force, The Master of Ragnarok, and Blesser of Ironhar. Izuka, I think that's how you pronounce it. Big Order, The Detective is Already Dead, The Banished Former Hero Lives as He Pleases, Queen's Blade, the Rick and Morty anime, and for the memes, the Hallmark movie Holiday Touchdown, which is inspired by Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. So those are the 10 shows that are going onto the wheel. Now we are going to add our 10 shows to the wheel. I'm very intrigued to see what people selected. Me and Preston get 3. The other 2 get 2. So we will start first. I will go. This is a show I think on paper I had a lot of hopes for when it was airing. It has a lot of things going for it. Reverse Harem, Studio Mappa. Those 2 to me, you think would be a recipe for success. Right up my alley. But oh boy, was I incorrect. The first show that I'm adding to the wheel is called Mr. Love, Queen's Choice. It was a seasonal, I think that aired 2 or 3 years ago, and it was atrocious. It was everything that I didn't want in a reverse harem. It's so tropey, it's so stereotypical. The plotline makes no sense. It's like part realistic and part like supernatural, and everything that sounds like it would be a great show, they just completely ruin it. I think it's based off of a game, like a shoujo gacha game of some sort. But I think it's
like an Otome game.
Yeah, something like that. I think, yeah, it's a game. So if you're thinking, I've never heard of this show, exactly. Nobody watched this show because it's ass. I think I dropped it after like 3. No. How many episodes did I watch? I watched it all. I don't even remember finishing this show. That's how bad it is. I gave it a 3 on Mal. It has a 6.19 at the moment. So that is the first show that I'm adding to the wheel. Mr. Love, Queen's Choice. Preston, you're up.
Okay, so the first show I'm going to be adding is the worst show I've seen this year. The show's horrible in every way. The show I'm going with is Nare Nare Cheer for You.
Okay, wow. We have to make a preference real quick that if we have seen the show, we have to respin it. So like if I get that show, I have to respin because I have seen that show. But yeah, go ahead, Preston.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to add it is because I thought it would be cute girls doing cute things cheerleading with some drama. And then it turns out that the cheerleading wasn't cute at all. It kind of sucked. And the drama also sucked. So the show just sucked.
Yeah, anime can't get cheerleading down. There was another cheerleading anime a few years ago that was also just really bad. It had like one mega banger episode, but the cheerleading anime seemed to be straight doo-doo butter. Miles, you're up next. What show are you nominating?
Yeah, so I've been pondering and everything, and I think I'm gonna do a slightly different strategy from you guys. I was looking for shows under a 7 that I think I might enjoy if I were to get them, and I don't have a lot of shows I've watched that are rated under a 7. So decided to go with shows that I haven't picked. This is a punishment, so we can't be putting Yuri as my job on here, right? Don't want to give someone peak fiction. But vaguely in that vein, I'm going to be going with The Executioner and Her Way of Life.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is a 6.77 on Mal.
Yep, I dropped.
Yes, and I remember hearing about like episode 1, and that was like a pretty controversial thing. But I like read what happened, and I like really liked that. And then the general vein of it seems like something that I would enjoy as sort of a little tweak on your average isekai formula with some maybe romantic tension between the two female leads. So, I'm putting that up there. It's a show that I've definitely heard mixed things about, but I think that I could potentially like, and I'm trying to like show some solidarity between my fellow losers, because we are all losers, and I think that we should not punish ourselves too hard. We should be a little easy on ourselves and leave it to our community to punish us if that is the way it breaks.
I really wish you would have said that so that we could all join in. I did not take that same philosophy.
Look, you haven't chosen yet. There is still time. You have 20 seconds, Kat, before my segment finishes, and you can change your ways.
Miles, but I'm not changing my atrocious pick. Somebody has to be punished with this show.
The funny thing about Executioner Way of Life is I think this show would apply to me because I dropped it through like 2 or 3 episodes. I just remember it being like so mid that I didn't want to watch any of it. Like I kind of wish it was worse that way I could get some enjoyment out of it being like really bad, but I just remember it being stuck in like hard mid. So that might actually be worse than a bad show in some circumstances.
I could see it being worse. I mean, sometimes we don't connect to the same things, Pete, but like the whole thing that happens at the end of episode 1, I think is like intriguing enough to give the show more than 3 episodes, because like how fun is that?
I don't remember it being that controversial or like shocking or anything. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, well, okay. Not to spoil The Executioner and Her Way of Life, but I'll message it to you, Pete.
Okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think I remember what happens, but okay, that I think that's a pretty solid pick. Yeah, I for one do not. I'd rather watch something worse than something mid.
Well, if I get you for the other fantasy football punishment that we will have, we will test that theory.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have another fantasy football punishment coming up where I believe I'm dead last or second to last.
You are in fact dead last.
Yeah, so I will be receiving another punishment in the coming weeks. Kat, you are up next.
Alrighty. So I'm going to give the show that everybody expects me to give. Because I do genuinely love this show and I want people to watch it. Because I believe it is ironically one of my favorite shows from spring 2024. When you first are introduced to the show, all you see are sponsorships, a lore dump about how the cars work, which is obviously futuristic, and instead of using like normal gas, they use fossil fuel cells in a realm in which they could absolutely be using like electronic vehicles. And you see cars on a track. I've loved, ironically, I've touted the show up every time that I have had the chance. I am going to give High Speed Etoile to the wheel because I want somebody else to watch this.
This raises a question for me. What is the cutoff for having seen
haven't
the
watched
show or
enough.
not?
You have
Miles, you have to watch the last 6 episodes of it.
No, I'm just wondering. Like, what is the cutoff?
I gave you the 6 episodes.
I feel like you shouldn't get this show because it's not as much of a punishment if you only have to watch half of a show.
Oh, let's make him rewatch it.
Okay. What the fuck? No. No. I either watch the last 6 episodes or I don't have to watch it. Those are the two.
I think
options.
you are.
You should rewatch it.
I think you're excluded from that show.
You should rewatch the Cheer Show if you get it.
Ooh, no, you can't get your own show.
What?
Yeah.
We did not explain this.
Miles.
You understood it.
You had multiple days to ask me questions.
I did. I asked you questions and you just didn't answer them.
I just answered them for you right now, but you didn't answer me. You asked me this question earlier. You can't get your own show.
What are the criteria? No incest shows. I should be able to nominate any show that doesn't involve incest.
You can nominate whatever show you want, but you can't get you can't like. It's not a punishment if you get the show that you nominate.
That's not true.
I mean,
It kind of is.
It kind of is.
In the particular case where I said yes, my strategy is to give us not terrible shows. But what if frickin' Preston got the Cheer Show he hates?
Miles, I'm gonna be real with you. It ain't that deep.
I got no blessed last time, and I'm the one that nominated, and that really wasn't a punishment. It was just a 6 out of 10 show. I'll watch the last 5 episodes of Nare Nare. I don't care.
I want to see you guys suffer.
Hey, we're doing makeshift episodes during episodes, so
Fix is in.
New rule: you can't. I'm declaring martial law.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Wait, I have to go get someone and hop them over a fence so that we can. And then still not impeach you after all of that.
We will not be taking a parliament vote. Martial law stands as is. So you can't get your own show that you nominate. So sorry, Miles.
Okay, well, fuck with that strategy then.
Yep.
I hate all of you.
Redo it. Okay, I'm gonna do my next show. It was my number 2 worst show of the year last year. The only reason why I can't do my number 1 is because it's a sequel. So this one is the standalone show, which I think going into it, I knew it was going to be straight ass, but I didn't think it was going to be this level of ass. Like, it was one of the worst first episodes I've ever seen. I am nominating Butaraba, the story of a man who turned into a pig, aka Pig Sakai. That's right.
For this.
A grown man dies and gets reincarnated into a pig, and I wish it was as good as it sounds, which doesn't sound that great, but it's worse than that.
I was gonna say,
I don't know. It had like, I don't know. It's like you saw a vending machine and how ridiculous that was, and that was just like a super 5 out of 10 whatever. This is worse than that, and I think it had a better concept than vending machine. It's just weird. It's really weird.
Did someone have sex with a pig?
There's like a female lead, and she like kind of want to fuck the pig, but like, the pig also kind of wants to like fuck her.
Yeah. Then, when are you going to learn this lesson, Pete?
Never. It's more fun. It's more fun to be obnoxious and ignorant. I don't know. and just
the polar bear manga where you were like,
Oh.
nah, and I would.
This brings up the question:
Hey,
which is
reborn as a
more,
polar bear.
Yeah, they
which
want to
is,
fuck.
which is more morally reprehensible, wanting to fuck a pig or wanting to fuck a vending machine?
The pig.
Pig. I just gotta say,
Okay.
for reference, in the polar bear show, at least they're like cat ladies, so they're not like humans. This is like a human girl. Yeah, I gotta cope, bro. Let me cope. But this show was, I dropped it after one episode. It was terrible. It was my number 2
Okay,
worst
wait.
show of the year.
Spice and Wolf is bestiality then.
Yeah, but Hollow's hot, so it's different.
Okay.
Wait a second.
You can
Here's
play
the-
that card. You could absolutely play that card. Like cat and fox girls get like a pass. Come on, let's be real, guys.
That's absolutely true. That's 100% true. She's
But,
also not
okay.
a cat or a fox girl. She's a wolf girl.
Same.
It can also make her ears and tail disappear. She looks like a human Foley.
That's also true.
Keep the ears on. Like, okay. Preston, what is your second show?
How come I'm the furry in the fucking lore?
You
How
are
come
a
you're not?
furry, bro.
You are a furry. We literally have somebody named Cat, but yes, you are the furry. Okay, my next show, which is an abhorrent show. I found this show a long time ago during one of our Higurashi or Umineko nights, where after we finished that, me and Trent just randomly decided to look at our Crunchyroll recommended list and see what was on it. And this was on one of ours. And that show is Nobunaga Teacher's Young Bride.
No, this show is ass.
This show has a 5.31 on Mal. Pete gave it a 2
Yep.
and watched all of it.
No, I didn't watch all of it. No way.
According to Mal, you completed
Oh, is it marked as complete? Okay.
Yep.
For the record, before I get canceled, I did not watch all of those episodes.
Out of my morbid curiosity, when me and Trent found out what it was, I watched it at 4 times speed on mute, and
Smart.
it still was absurd.
So
Like-
Nobunaga.
If Pat gets this show, he will
it's-
quit anime.
It legitimately is that bad.
It's terrible. It's one of the
there-
worst.
There is
Oh,
one
okay.
scene that just lives rent free in my head because it's so insane that they went and did it.
It's
There's 7 minutes. I'll take it.
It's terrible. It's
I don't care. All of these shows are going to be bad. It also has time travel. So,
Yes. Okay. So let me explain that to you.
I can guess.
The main character's name is Oda Nobunaga, and
Mhm.
so a 12-year-old girl from the past randomly teleported to the present to be with him because with the original Oda Nobunaga, she was apparently his wife to be.
Okay. So I have read it, and to defend this show,
oh no.
There's no defending it,
she is 14.
bro. She looked 8.
I'm sure she does, honestly.
It's the
Okay.
it's the Chris Rock thing where if a girl says she's 20 and she looks 16, she's 12. If a girl says she's 26 and she looks 26, she's damn near 40.
I don't get it.
It's
but
the no sex in the champagne room song.
I'm sorry. I would feel bad, but it's 7 minutes.
no, I'll take it. Genuinely, a lot of these are gonna fucking suck. This looks like it will fucking suck, but at least it'll suck for less long, right? Like it'll suck for 1/3 of the length.
Sure.
It would suck for the length of a movie.
This was a show that I was thinking about, but I didn't want you guys to watch it because it was that bad. I'm really glad you picked this show, Preston.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm really happy.
Oh, I should have said I
remembered that
watched
this is
it.
something.
In case it hits the wheel, then I don't have
Yeah,
to
what
watch
the
it.
hell were you thinking, Pete?
Okay, well, Scout's Honor, I did not complete it, so I don't know. It's up to you guys if I get it. We'll figure it out then. Okay.
Why'd you start it?
I didn't read the synopsis. that was back when I watched every seasonal humanly possible.
He just saw 7-minute episodes, thought, "Oh, this is an easy completion."
Yeah.
And then he found out that it's just lolly bait,
Yep.
and it's fucking horrible.
Miles, why did you say that so poignantly?
He's trying to get me canceled.
No, I'm just asking questions.
You had the
I'm just
same-
asking questions.
Okay, fair.
You had the same face on when you were when you were fucking grilling me and making me feel terrible in that non-buck episode. That was absolutely the face that you had.
And that's now an emote in our server. Okay,
It's been
first
evil
off,
for years.
I wasn't grilling you during that. Someone else was, and I was just enjoying it, which I think makes it worse.
Yes, it does.
Okay, it's me.
Yep. You're up, Miles.
Oh no, it's me. I don't know why I put the order wrong in here. Okay. So upon revelation that I cannot get my own show and and everyone else has like destroyed this prisoner's dilemma attempt that I was trying to do, right? Where we all work together as a team and lessen our burden. That will not work. Last year for this, I had to watch a show called Bakuan. So I'm going to be
said it first.
nominating this. The reason I'm going to be nominating this is because this show is complete fucking trash. It is terrible. And what's neat about it is there's a little bit of a sliding scale, because if you don't know anything about motorcycles, any possible redeemable factor of this gets taken away. There is, I mean, it's like an ecchi, cute girls doing cute things motorcycle show. I don't know, thing like if Super Cub had a cousin and that cousin was Stalin.
Fuck.
That's what this show would be. So it's just, there's like some humor to it. Most of it is not funny. Most of it is sexualizing children as they ride motorcycles. It also makes like no sense whatsoever. Like the plot is just kind of bad. If you don't know anything about motorcycle brands, it's even less parsable. Normally I would look things like this up. I didn't in this case. I just watched the show in pain. I can't imagine anyone will have a good time with this. I truly hope one of you sick fucks get it. I wanted to, be a team, and since we can't do that, apparently we're playing mean, I have to pull out the big guns. The show is mid. It is bad. It is not so bad it is good. It is so bad that it is bad. It's not so bad that it's a spectacle. It is nothing. It is terrible and fucking awful. I hate it. I hate the person who wrote it. I hate the certain person who joined our Discord and let us know that it existed. This show represents everything I hate about humanity, and I hope one of you has to sit there and watch it, because I did, and I want you to suffer because I had to suffer.
Now, Miles,
Bravo.
I will say that you had a couple of weeks to let us know about your plan, and you didn't.
I didn't think I had to let us know about the plan, because when I asked Pete what the criteria was, he said, no incest shows. And then we have invented 7 other rules since then.
Yep.
And I have had to change what I was doing multiple times. So,
well, to be fair, if you didn't already know the rules, and if you already know the rules before we started, to be fair, you probably still would have given Bakuan.
I was not planning on it. I literally had to pull this up once I learned I could not get my own shows, and once everyone else started nominating things that they hate. I had Naruto Crawling with Love, which is the Cthulhu romance show, has likes. I thought that might be kind of fun as like a has show where it's bad, but at least it's entertaining. I had a couple other shows that I was thinking about. I looked up some like movies from the 80s that are supposed to be good, but they're like animated like from the 80s, so they didn't get pulled up. I want to be nice, but we can't have nice things here. That's not what this is for,
No,
and I understand that now. I truly hope you have the experience that I did of watching the first fucking episode of Rakugo Shinju, but in perpetuity. So that's the show.
Kat, what do you bring to the table last?
All right. So for me, I decided that I didn't have really another show that was low enough to give you that I felt like would genuinely give you the dread and the pain of watching it that I wanted to give. So I started looking on Mal and I tried to look for a show that had a decent, like, weird history. So as I'm sure we all know, we certainly love shows that are tied to gacha games. And there's a show from a gacha game called The Thousand Musketeers that came out in 2018. It was supposed to be a game that came out in 2018 that people were supposed to play alongside the show, but the game got delayed by 3 years. So the game came out in 2021. The show came out in 2018. And I do have to say, the main cast is big as fuck for no fucking reason. There are probably about 12. There are 12 characters in this show that are named as the main character or one of the main characters. And then there's probably about 8 supporting characters. This show looks like hot garbage. This show looks like something that I would never want to send to anybody unless this was a punishment, which this is. This show looks like the thing that I desperately do not want to watch. So I thought I'd beat everybody to the punch and say, hey, here you go. It is...
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I was like, what's the show called?
I was like,
the show is called The Thousand Noble Musketeers.
Oh, okay, that is what it's called. Okay.
Yeah. Like,
I've
it
never
looks
heard
terrible.
of it.
Oh, I also forgot to mention that even though the gacha game started in 2021, it just ended service on April 4th, 2024.
is it this fucking 2018 show with a 4.91?
Yep.
Oh dear God. This is why we should let people get their own show, by the way.
You could have drafted it, and that way you wouldn't have to watch it.
You could have.
Hey,
But
if
you
only
did.
I had known the rules before this had happened.
If only.
I was coming out with big guns regardless because I enjoy watching bad shows.
Like, on the surface, it doesn't look... It looks like have you ever seen, like, Idolish 7, the boy band?
Yes.
It looks like
I've
Idolish
seen
7 dressed up as musketeers.
Right.
So it
But-
doesn't look terrible, but yeah, maybe they're a little bit too pretty for lore. I don't know.
Yeah. There's also a side story that is just a happy birthday show.
Mhm.
And it doesn't look good. It
I
doesn't
kind of
look
want to
fun.
watch this. It looks.
Do it. We'll
yeah.
give it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, you could do
You
that
should
for
do it.
maybe the punishment show if I don't get it here. But
No.
okay, fair.
Oh,
Just no.
There's malice in his eyes.
There's
Nothing
I
that you
think
might
he's-
potentially like.
He might force Bakuan on you no matter what.
Well, yeah, it has to. Some things have to lay out in a certain way. But yes, I will do everything in my power.
This is great. This is a great pick, Kat. I've never heard of this, and
Cat got some good shows. There was like another one he was thinking of that I had just never even heard of. That, just a bunch of like, the show is so bad that it faded to irrelevancy and no
Mhm.
one watched it.
Right. I purposefully chose shows that were from 2017 below so that you wouldn't be able to know what it is, Pete. And I
Smart.
chose shows that were preferably 5 or below, save for High Speed Edge Relay.
Yep. I love it. Great pick, Cat. Bravo. Okay, we got our last 2 shows. As a collective group, except for outside of Preston, I think we are all a fan of something like Girls Band Cry. And most of us enjoy, I mean, we were here for fantasy football. We enjoy sports. So I was like, why don't we take the best of both worlds and put it into the wheel? I am now nominate Pride of Orange.
What's the saying? What's the thing they say?
Oh my God, it's been a
What's
hot...
the cheer?
What is it? I don't remember.
I can't remember it. It's like yippee hooray.
I don't know. The show is ridiculous. The whole premise is they recruit girls to play hockey, but the coaches actually want them to be idols. So they trick them into thinking they want to play hockey. And then after their games, they do idol performances on ice. It's like if Uma Musume was on ice and not fun. Yeah, this show, I remember when the show aired, we this was during COVID when it aired, so like I watched like 30 shows and I completely finished this one. And it was sort of like a meme while we were watching it, and it got to the point where like I couldn't fathom the meme anymore. It was so fucking bad that I was like, I'm sorry. This is just straight garbage. And so I'm gonna give it to hopefully one of you guys. So I'm nominating Pride of Orange. Preston, I bet you would love it. You are up next for your last pick.
You know, I'm going to do something kind of similar to Pride of Orange. A show that I absolutely think you would despise if you got it. I'm going with Roku Boo.
Oh, the lolly basketball show.
Yup. That's my last choice.
I
Can
tried
we veto the
watching
lolly
it.
basketball show?
No.
If we can veto Bachwan, sure.
We do not have time for this. It is going on the wheel. I remember watching the first episode, not realizing, I don't know if it has an ecchi tag, but I think the show is ecchi.
It does.
It does
has
have
an
an
ecchi
ecchi
tag.
tag.
Yeah, it
That
is.
caught me completely
How do
off
you
guard.
spell it?
At least fucking Bakuan doesn't have an
RO space
tag.
KYU space BU.
Yeah. I remember dropping or shutting it off after like 3 or 4 minutes.
Well, we talked about it in one of our seasonal previews because the studio that made it, Project 9,
Pick number
maybe.
9.
Yeah, so they also did. I mean, so they've done some stuff relatively recently that isn't the absolute worst.
Gotta start
Like, they did-
somewhere.
My senpai is in a Tokonoko. They did that one of those shows with like a small office lady that you like.
Yeah, my senpai's annoying.
No, the other one.
The tiny
Yeah.
senpai.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, sorry, the opposite of my senpai and annoying, and they did Love After World Domination.
Oh, okay.
So we must have been talking about either the tiny senpai or that, and I like looked at what they did, and I like found the basketball show because it's like 7 of their shows, and they're all just. I mean, these are really like 6-year-olds in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I hope Pat
Okay.
gets that one.
I fucking will just kill myself if I get it. We can edit that. It's not the joke to make. I just can't think of what to say. I mean, okay. If anyone is looking out for proof that there is a god and that god hates me, I will get this show. If that'll prove it.
Oh my God, let's go. Okay, well, we got our 10 shows. Now, with how we handle things in like our Discord is we align fate to the wheel. So we don't pick, the wheel picks. So we are going to go over to the wheel. Preston now decided that he wants to go first instead of last.
Yeah, the rules don't matter. So,
Okay, so we're
yes,
going.
we've established. Yeah,
we'll
so let him go
in-
first.
We're going reverse order.
The rules said I could decide.
You,
I
you
decided I
decided, you
wanted to
decided
switch.
yesterday.
Yeah, and then I realized that maybe a 1 in 20 chance of getting Bachwan is better than a 1 in 14. So
Okay, well, if you actually do
So-
the, I think it's no. The math will almost certainly say it's better for you to go last.
I don't believe
because-
you, Miles.
I know I'm being 100% serious, and this is just my intuition. I cannot. I mean, if we want to take the time, I can do the math. But like because each time you go, there is a chance of Bakuan being picked, dropping it to a 0. So there's 20 shows, right? So when Tyler spins first, right, there's a 5% chance there that you do not get Bakuan. Then there's a 1 out of 19 chance. Then there is a whatever. And then when we get to you, there's still, even if it's there, only like a 1 in 13. So
It's a 7% chance at 1 in 14.
If it's not picked, but there's 6 other people
Yes.
that could get it before you.
yes,
Right.
taking it off the
Fine.
wheel.
You want to go first or
Then
last?
fine, I'll go last. Fuck it.
Okay, we are doing it in order of who scored the least to the most. So Tyler from the Anime Degens podcast got dead last. He will be the first selection, followed by Miles, Kat, myself, Pat, Discord member Wood, and then Preston. So
Oh, I want to give a quick shout out to Tyler here for a second, because the rest of us were like relatively clumped together.
Yeah.
And Tyler was not. Tyler came in
No.
very last.
No,
So
he
at
lost
some
by like
point-
60.
At some point during the fantasy football, I was 30 points ahead of the Ghost, and I was still worried that it was too close, which I was actually vindicated for because it was too close. Tyler was 60 points behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
am
tried
about
to help us at least.
Yeah, I
He
am
tried.
30 points ahead of Tyler, and I am in second to last. So that is.
So real quick before we spin, we'll just go over the shows that are on the list. The Rick and Morty anime, Queen's Blade, the banished former hero lives as he pleases, the detective is already dead, Big Order, Isuka, the Master of Ragnarok and Blesser Ironhar, Girly Air Force, Ruby Ice Queendom, the Hallmark movie Holiday Touchdown, and along with our choices, we had Rokubo, Pride of Orange, the Thousand Noble Musketeers, Bakuan, Nobunaga's Teacher's Young Bride, the Pig Sakai, Bertababa, whatever it's called, High Speed Etale, The Executioner and Her Way of Life, Nare Nare, Cheer for You, and Mr. Love, Queen's Choice. Preston, whenever you are ready, we can do it. Boys, can I get some wheel chants, please?
Wheel.
And Tyler gets.
my
he
God.
hit Bakuan!
Oh my God.
Hey, let's go!
Preston, you
Miles, Miles, I love you. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Tyler is gonna hate it when he hears this.
Oh
if
my
Preston
god.
went first and this happened, I would have.
Lost my
Bro,
shit.
I would have punched my monitor. That would have been the. Oh my god.
I might have just left.
What could
Like,
have been?
I would have walked away.
You can't. You are spinning the
Oh.
wheel for me. Incredible. Incredible.
Oh,
So we are
look
also
at that.
we are also removing the show if it gets selected. So Bakuan is off the list. Sorry, I have a cough drop. I'm sick. Yeah, I mean, look at us, guys. We don't have to do Bakuan.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Poor Tyler. He
Yes,
didn't
I-
deserve this.
I
He-
was genuinely trying to help you with that advice, by the way. That is.
I know. But like
And you did it.
Tyler in the last week, Tyler had the first pick, and he purposely didn't take the best players available to try to make it so some of us
Someone,
could
yeah,
win.
so someone who
And
could have
he
won.
still got punished for it.
Oh.
Well, you know what they say: no good deed goes unpunished.
And you talked me out of
Never
going
do
first.
anything nice. Always think for yourself.
Right.
Jesus.
Okay, with Bakuan off the list, Miles, your pick is the next one up for the wheel.
See what I get, and we're gonna further prove there is no God.
Wheel.
Miles is getting.
What in
Oh,
God's
the
green
The
earth is
detective
already
is
dead?
already dead.
This one is not that bad as
Yeah, I'm super
not,
okay
I
with
think.
this. Like, it's
Have
kind
you
of
seen
boring,
this?
right?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
falls
I
in
haven't.
the hard mid category for me.
Yeah, it has a couple of aspects to it that, I like mystery stuff and like detectives as characters and everything. So even if it's mid, it'll be like mid 0.5 for me, hopefully. After the last time we did this,
apparently goes nuts.
something that I gave a 6 is gonna be like the best thing I've ever seen for one of these. So I'm happy with this choice.
Yeah.
So I would like to thank whoever from our community put this on here.
Okay, so this one was Detective Already Dead was a nomination from Rifle. So,
Thank you, Rifle.
So you can either thank or not thank Rifle depending on how you view this show.
As long as
They got
it's
a
better than
second season,
Bakuwan,
so
I
have
will
faith
thank him.
that's not there.
Nice.
In its event, it got announced for a second season before the first season even aired.
Oh, okay, that doesn't help.
Yeah. Just because it has a second
sounds
season does not mean it's good.
I thought there was a chance that could mean something.
Okay, Kat, you are up next. Let's see what you get.
Ah,
Wheel.
Wheel.
God, I'm so glad I didn't get the Lolly basketball show.
don't say that.
Oh,
Pixie guy.
No. Hey, Pixel Guy! Yay! You stopped!
All right,
Uh,
Kat gets my second least favorite anime of all of last year. So which
Thank
means
hey,
you,
your
you might
second
like
Tyler.
least favorite anime of all of last year is
Yep.
basically just a more boring vending machine isekai. So it might not be that bad.
more boring, more horny. So depending on what you were looking for in an anime about a pig, you may like it or love it or hate it. Who knows? The possibilities are endless.
Oh god.
Okay, I'm up next.
Okay, wait, before you spin, Pete,
Yep.
and we should have been doing this the entire time. What one do you most want? Which one do you least want?
Ooh, I most
That's a
want.
good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really glad I thought of it after 3 of the 4 people who
Yes.
were.
Yeah.
I most want the Rick and Morty. Least, man, some of these I've already seen. I don't want to watch Roku
Yeah,
because
that
I
was-
dropped it
yeah.
already.
Yeah, you
and
psychopath.
I hated what I saw from it. So probably, yeah. If I get the Rick and Morty anime, I'll be pretty happy.
It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it.
All right, Preston, whenever you're ready. Wheel.
Wheel.
No!
God, stop.
No! Are you kidding?
Yes!
Are you kidding?
Yes!
Oh my
Okay,
god!
for content. Okay, for the audio listeners, I got Rokubo, the show I least wanted.
And it was a pixel away from not being on.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Holiday touchdown.
Oh,
You almost get the
Oh,
Hallmark
the
movie.
next one was Holiday Touchdown too. Oh my god.
Yup.
man.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that
really.
feels good.
I'll be 100% honest with you guys. Really not looking forward to watching this show. I really hated what I saw from the first few minutes that I watched of this. So, yeah, that sucks. Not
You know what? I don't want to say this is some sort of divine providence for your changing of the rules constantly, but I'll say it. That you deserve this.
wow. Okay.
Wow.
You know, I said this off camera, and I didn't want to say it on the podcast, but I think I had to say it. I am praying on your downfall, Miles. I hope you get hit by a bus.
Me too, man.
Okay. Well, you know what? For the bit, this is great. This is awesome.
This is
No,
hilarious.
it was amazing that I remembered to ask what your least favorite would be, and then it hit it.
If we ever do like YouTube shorts, it just cut to me saying the show I really
Yes.
don't want is this, and then it's just like, well,
You just show the wheel ending and us just freaking out. Yeah, it's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
that would be a great short.
okay.
Um,
I might make my second ever YouTube.
yeah, I
short.
honestly might be worth it for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's Pat's turn. So
Okay.
maybe we guess what we want Pat to get.
Yeah, okay, so I think Pat's least favorite, and I don't know anything about this show, but I would guess it's Girly Air Force.
I
He's
think
already
earlier-
seen it,
Oh.
so it would have to be respawn.
Yep. He's seen
Oh,
early
he-
Air Force.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
He finished it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Girly
I
Air Force-
100% think it's Nobunaga. I think
Then,
Yeah.
that would be
hate
my
his
bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 7-minute thing made me. What the fuck is Girly Air Force?
Yeah.
something
Girly
he
Air
made like
Force.
before.
Doing plane.
Right. It's
What did he give Girly Air Force?
Let's let's expose him right now, real quick.
I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, this is the show that I was planning to watch this show because I started watching seasons around the same time, and I missed it, and then I was gonna do it the next season, and Pat was like, "Don't do this to yourself." So this is
Okay.
This
So
is-
at least it'll be low scoring, whatever he gave it. How do I find?
I think if Pat, because Pat likes SAO, so if he got like Master of Ragnarok, I think he'd be fine with it.
he probably would not.
I think the ones that he would not like. I think he dropped Pride of Orange, so I'd have to double check.
Yes, he would not like Pride of Orange.
He would hate
because
that and the cheerleading show he would hate, and the Nobunaga one.
Yeah,
So
what is Isuka?
I
don't know.
Nobody knows.
I do genuinely want him to get high speed HLA.
How
Of
do you
course he
see
did.
which like your mal friends like what they've?
Go to
what they rated
stats.
Stats.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
There's the stats tab.
Yep, intuitive. Oh yeah, he gave us a 4. Okay, cool. So we did complete it.
Are we ready for Pat?
yeah.
Yep, I'm ready.
Wheel.
Wheel. Okay, it's gonna be a
we
reroll.
got a respin.
We gotta respin it.
I think he's also seen the Ruby one. knowing
He
that.
has, yes.
He
He
has.
has. Do I keep this on the wheel or do
Yes.
Yep,
Keep
yep,
it on the
leave
wheel.
Yeah.
Respin. Wheel.
Wheel.
I? Oh my god!
Again? Wow. What are the odds of going back to back? One in
One in what is it?
To
We're
the
how are we
power
at?
two.
17? Yeah, 17 squared.
16.
Uh,
16 squared.
16 squared.
Something I will say about some of these wheel websites is that they just keep.
Are you
Oh my
yes,
God.
it's not really random at times. It will just keep doing the same stuff.
That can be random.
All right. Well, we got
Yeah.
2 girly Air Force and a Ruby, so we'll try again for the fourth
Fourth
time.
row.
Oh my god!
Pride of Orange.
Okay,
Right.
there we go. Pride of Orange.
Pride of
Oh
Orange.
my god,
Okay.
that's orange.
That's amazing.
Can we confirm that he dropped it?
Yeah, let me check really quick. But I'm almost positive.
I'm almost positive too that he dropped the show.
He doesn't even have it on his mal stats.
Okay. Worst case scenario, we'll do off. Like if he did finish it and didn't.
We'll do it off air.
Yeah, but I'm almost certain he dropped the show because I remember when it aired, we were talking about it and he liked it because of
Yeah.
the fact that there was hockey involved, and I think he dropped it after one episode.
Yes. He probably just didn't even bother to put it on.
Yep. Okay, so Pride of Orange is on the table. Next up is Wood. I believe he has seen 3 anime total.
Oh my god.
He always tells me that I need to watch Death Note.
Okay.
He does.
And he has hashtag Goku in his Discord name. So I'm pretty sure he's seen Death Note and Dragon Ball. Those are the
Cheer show. That's
Yeah.
what we need.
and probably like Attack on Titan. So those are like the three
reverse.
shows.
Yeah. Okay. Reverse harem would be good here too. Girly Air Force.
Yeah,
Nobunaga. High speed. That's all. There's a lot of good options here.
yeah.
Yeah. There's
Wood
there's
likes
also,
racing.
Yeah,
That does not matter for high speed SLA.
I
promise
know,
you.
but it might make him hate it more.
No, it won't
okay,
make him
good.
hate it more. It'll make him laugh more. I like if you know about racing, it is genuinely hilarious. Like, why does the main character not know how to race, even though she's racing a basically souped up F1 car?
Mhm.
That type of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
why did they put someone who doesn't know how to race behind a car? Anyways, it doesn't matter. None of this matters.
Right.
So I know Wood in real life. So part of me wants him just to get holiday touchdowns, so he still likes me. But I kind of want
This
him to get
isn't
something.
You, Pete.
What?
This isn't your fault. This
Oh, I
is
know.
Wood's fault.
100%
for
Wood's
losing.
fault. But then he's like,
Okay.
I want him to still like interact with us. But because he's seen like 3 anime, I hope he gets like the Master of Ragnarok, like straight up. I don't think he knows what isekai means. So this would be great. That's kind of what I want him to get.
So the midpoint is high speed at full A.
That's probably the best pick, I feel like.
Yeah.
Or
can
Rick
hope.
and Morty.
Yeah, if you like Rick and Morty, the show, you'll probably like Rick and Morty, the anime.
Mhm.
Like they're similar enough.
Right on. Okay. Well, should we get some wheels going?
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Girly Air
Girly Air
Force.
Force.
Girly Air Force.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay.
Forward.
It's over.
It's Jover. We got one person left, and he's in this chat. We got Preston. Preston, what show do you most want to get and least want to get?
I want to get Holiday Touchdown. I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm a Swiftie. It would just be right. I pray I don't get something like the Master of Ragnarok. Or that's really it. I think I'd be fine with all the others. Maybe not Iska. So
Whatever that is.
I pray that you have to watch High Speed Actual 8 on your own.
I'm just going to sit in Discord, Cat, and stream it.
That's fair.
That is all I'm going to
I always feel like you could talk to me about it. I sent Kat a bunch of my notes on it, so I have opinions about it.
I do actually love talking about that show. It's so good. It's so much fun to me.
And I've seen 2 episodes of already of it, so I could just skip those.
That's fair.
I'm trying to think of what I want you to get. I want you to get like a show that none of us have. Like, I want you to get like Queen's Blade.
What on God's Green Earth is Big Order?
No, I think Rifle did that.
Well-
Oh, we didn't even look to see who got the other ones. Like we said.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
Girly
you know.
Air Force was. I think that was Jay from the Annie Pro podcast. I'm almost certain that's the one he did.
Okay.
That's not in Discord. Who did Rokubo?
Me.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Preston, and then the detective is already dead was
Rifle.
Right, we knew that one. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the one we did do.
Pig Sakai was Bochi Tyler.
No, Pixakai was
No.
me.
Yes. So
Pixakai and
actually,
Pride of
we've
Orange were
gotten
me.
we've gotten a lot of
Oh,
the ones that we have nominated, which is why we didn't go through the Discord ones.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah. Bochi Tyler did like nominate it, and then it lost the original. one.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Anybody else want to chime in on what you want Preston to get?
I think I want Preston to get the 1,000 Nobles. Just 'cause-
Yeah, that's a good one. I want Preston to get Holiday Touchdown because it will then justify my math.
Oh,
It would. That's
that,
fine.
okay. That might even be better.
Yes.
Preston, it's on you, my man. Whenever you're ready.
we-
Wheel. I'm
Oh,
not
1,000
getting it.
Nobles?
Oh,
I'm not getting it.
Oh, you were so close.
Oh,
So, out of the 7, how many? Like, one was the community.
yep.
Okay, well, we'll probably change that next year. We'll probably double it.
Yeah, let's just double community noms.
Yeah, we'll do that next year because I mean, it was a 50-50 split. And
Yeah, it's just like when you get fucked by Misty in Pokemon TCG Pocket, and it's just like 6 heads turn 1.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You're just like, oh, I lose. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Two of them were from the community.
Which one?
The
Mine.
detective.
Detective is already dead.
Yep.
Yep.
And
And then
Girly Air
Girly Air
Force.
And Girly Air
Yes,
Force.
I
Girly
do.
Air Force,
Yes.
yep.
Okay. Well, those are our punishments. I think we'll do it. I think I'm gonna give people to like March. I think I have like a filler space at the end of March that we will go
Okay.
over the shows. So you have like a little over 3 months to finish a 12 episode show. So should be plenty of time. I'll recap real quick for what people got. Tyler got Bach 1. Miles got The Detective Is Already Dead. Cat got Pig Sakai. I got Rokubo. Pat got Pride of Orange. Wood got Girly Air Force. And Preston got the 1,000 Noble Musketeers. Gentlemen, thank you for participating in the Ghost Fantasy 2024. Better luck next year, I guess. Like,
There's no chance we do better.
yeah,
No.
I kind of had some stipulations set up for if somebody won and just nobody won, so I had to change it up a little bit. But hey, there's no way the Ghost wins 3 years in a row, right? There's no way.
Well, surely we've got to pick better.
Yeah.
Surely.
You can
Surely
only
I
lose
will-
betting on a hot streak once.
Yes.
Right.
I think you said this last year.
Yes. I'm
And
almost
we
certain I did.
still lost again.
Yep. That's what
We're going on
happens.
a cold streak.
It is what it is. But gentlemen, that's the episode. Thank you for joining me. I'm looking forward to watching our shows and discussing them in about 3 months' time, and we will make that a podcast episode as well. Should be a lot of fun. If you made this far, you want to support us, best way to do so, like, comment, subscribe, leave a review on whatever platform you are watching or listening to us on. This is a little shorter episode, but we'll be back next week for the Mononoke movie for Watch Club. Otherwise, we're already diving into winter 2025 preview. I can't believe it's almost the year of our Lord 2025. And we'll be talking new shows like Sakamoto Days, and normally we don't talk sequels, but Apothecary Diaries season 2 is airing, so we'll probably be talking a little bit of sequels too. So I want to thank the gentleman here for joining me. I want to say thank you to everyone out there listening or watching. We will see you next time. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.